Hi, my name is Florian and I am a professor of American Studies at the University of Duisburg-Essen in Germany. I have been active in the AURORA European Universities Alliance since 2019, and over the years I have taught several collaborative online international learning units with different partners from AURORA. The goal of this video is to give you some tips on how to plan your COIL unit together with your partner. More specifically, I would like to introduce to you some supporting material that we have developed and/or used within AURORA to facilitate the planning of your COIL experience. Firstly, the AURORA academic calendar. Secondly, the AURORA learning outcomes tool LUI. And thirdly, some tips on assessment and grading. Let's start with time, because time is essential. The QR code next to me will lead you to the AURORA academic calendar. The AURORA academic calendar shows you when the individual AURORA universities are in session, and thus allows you to find out when you both have time for your COIL. Of course, it is extremely helpful if the courses of both COIL partners take place on the same day of the week and at the same time, and perhaps even in the same time zone, but that is not essential. What you need to make sure is that you can collaborate for at least 4 to 8 weeks, and that the COIL doesn't interfere with exam period, so that students can truly enjoy the experience. Next, learning outcomes. Identifying precise learning outcomes makes it easier for you as instructors to create tasks and problems for your students. And it helps motivating your students because they know exactly what they are working towards. The LUI tool helps you articulate learning outcomes for general academic and personal competences and explains to students what is expected from them and how they are performing. Besides the tool itself, the LUI website also offers you a large variety of supporting material on how to use LUI. I would suggest you and your COIL partner select the competences, the sub-competences, and the dimensions together, so that the two of you agree on what is expected from your students, and the students receive clear information of what you both expect from them. And I would definitely encourage you to take a look at the teamwork and intercultural knowledge competences. They are essential for COIL. Finally, at some point, you will have to grade the work of your students and you will have to agree on a grade. Since all the AURORA universities operate with different grading scales, I would suggest you and your COIL partner work with a common grading scale and then translate the grades into your national grading scale. It may be a good idea to make sure that the COIL activity is worth the same for all participants. In general, we recommend that the COIL mark should not be higher than 15 to 20% of the final grade. Remember that the COIL activity might be new and complex for your students. Finally, it has also been good practice to explain in advance to students how COIL will be assessed and to share the assessment rubrics with them. I hope these tools will help you plan your COIL unit and will contribute to making it a success for both you and your students. And before you leave, beyond academic calendars, learning outcomes, and assessments and grades, you know what the simplest and the most essential elements for a good COIL partnership are? Flexibility, trust, and communication. Have fun doing COIL.